openings? Case openings? Wait.
Ton of money from
is that
hold on, it's my closing
they
thought.
actually everyone's saying they ran out of 3 because they feel it's profitable.
Yo, what is up? And welcome back to another episode of the Catalyst Effect podcast episode. Wait for it. 69, baby. A fucking legendary episode. We were actually supposed to film this on 420 yesterday, but you know, things happen. Some of us, let's just
Somebody
say we
got too high.
Listen, bro, we were up high in the clouds, chilling. We kind of forgot to hit the record button, and you know, things happen. But you know what? We're here now. Now, in all seriousness, I was actually kind of sick yesterday. I was not feeling well at all. Oh shit! What is that, bro? Is that your new toy?
Yes.
That's home.
Initial D.
This guy's been obsessed with the car since he got it,
Yeah.
which was
About
about
20
10 minutes
minutes
ago.
ago,
Yeah,
yep.
about 20 minutes ago. Dude acted like, yo, I thought he was gonna get like, I don't know, man, something crazy, and then he came up and he's like, look what I got.
Hey, there's more on the way. We're getting a tapestry. You know, I have soundproofed this room a little bit. There's still more work to be done. We put the panels on like over here, and behind me. We're gonna have a tapestry in front of me, and then probably gonna get some more furniture and throw it in the corners. But yeah,
I will say, man, you're killing it with the setup. You really come a long way since we told you, yo, you need to add some shit because right now it's too echoey and stuff and everything.
Yeah, dude.
So you've done a great job, man. It looks super vibey in there. I can't tell. Is that a Johnny painting in the background there?
Yes, this is the Johnny Boy XRP
Nice,
piece that I commissioned.
Oh wait, can you
There's
put it up close real quick? Are you able to?
I can just show you.
Johnny Boy.
Yeah. Let's see. SRP.
Yes, sir.
See what he told
So
me.
this is a piece that I had him commissioned for me a long time ago, like back with like 2017 or no, sorry, 2018, 2019. Long time ago, right?
Oh, so this was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been holding on to this one for a while.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Holding like you
And
hold SRP.
And now he's letting it hang high like his pride for saying, you know,
Yes,
XRP's the taker.
Actually,
He was right and people were wrong. There was that
yes,
one guy that
true.
was saying that you weren't even a gamer, right? There was some dude in the space that was like, you're not even a gamer. You're like just an XRP shield. Let him know how. Let him know.
Yeah, I mean, I think his name was actually, I don't want to misremember who it was, so I don't want to like throw shade where it doesn't belong.
It was Zangief, man.
Zangief.
Yeah, it was Zangief.
Oh, I thought you said Zangief like from Street Fighter.
It was Zangief, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we could talk about like, you know, how many times he's been sipping and got rejected in Web3. We don't have to go there though. It's fine. There's another canvas on its way, and it's actually I don't want to spoil the surprise, but it's pictures that we took recently when the West Coast invasion came to my house. That's the only hint that I'll give out, but I'm going to have 2 canvases there. The plan is to like make the rest of the wall black eventually. But I think for right now, I mean, yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good with like the acoustics. So there's enough space in here. Yeah, you got to do that.
It's a really fucking weird way to test it.
That dude was testing for ghosts or something.
Oh yeah, and then we got Damien. We got Damien in the house today.
Yo.
What's up, my brother? Yo, it's actually not often that we get to have you on the show or like on the other side, on the other side of the camera. So what's up, man? How you been?
Good. You know, episode 69, can't miss that. That was a must.
True.
Then with the other mix, had to be here. But good. No, just working on some graphics you guys saw with Mizzy behind the scenes. Shit's gonna be fire.
Dude, hell yes, dude. I'm so excited for that. Everything we got going on, man, as far as like the lore side of things is phenomenal. I'm super excited for that. But boys, I kind of wanted to, take the chance to use this episode, such a legendary episode, to kind of catch up, with each other. As far as, I mean, we're kind of always talking to each other, but it's not often I feel like we get to talk about what we're building internally, like what we've done with Catalyst, all the like from when we started up to now, basically, which is what, like 2 years already,
Almost,
Is it?
yeah.
Is it?
Feels like
Yeah,
almost
it's
2
it's
years.
about to be 2 years almost.
In
Yeah,
June,
like
it'll be 2 years.
yeah, I was gonna say in like 2 months will be 2 years.
Wow.
So we're about to hit the 2-year mark. Time flies, and I just wanted to catch up with you boys a little bit. We've come a long way, I would say, since the Magic Craft days. By the way, would any of you guys, would any of you guys go back to Magic Craft? Because they're still
Yes.
around.
Yes.
I
They're making
occasionally
content.
I occasionally play just for. I'll be honest.
Yo,
For me, it's for nostalgia.
Oh, fucking chance.
Nah, for me, it's for nostalgia. Like every now and then, I'll be like, "Damn, we come farming." This game's exactly the same too. Like nothing's changed except for like a class that got added.
Dude,
we would have lost our fucking mind.
That's exactly what I said. I forgot why I got on it like recently, but it was with Ramen. Me and Ramen got on it for like we were trying to film something. I think it was like a content piece or something.
Brother, that was like a year ago.
No.
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 Yo,
That was not a year ago, bro. That was like 2024. I mean, technically a year ago, but like not a year exactly.
I want to say I saw Ramen sneak in here and then leave quietly. I don't know if he's trying to be on the episode. I'm just saying.
I think he thought it was in the meeting because it's the same time.
Yeah, true. Oh, they're not in the team meeting studio. Let me check the other studio real quick. I see people there.
He's gonna come in. Hey boys, what we do? Oh, never mind. I gotta go.
No, but yeah, Magic Craft. I mean, I haven't really even checked it out, but I figure it would still be the same. I think they actually released a couple of new characters to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They put in new characters. I think they added a new map as well. But the big thing that I saw that we literally asked for this. Fucking finally is skins. Like, I don't mean just like the NFT, like blah blah blah, like actual skins. They have hella skins now. They have like a fucking, I don't know, like a new game director or something, and they put out skins. They're putting out content. Like, I was surprised, to be honest.
Well, let's tell the game director to nerf fucking Vagar.
Yeah.
We've been asking for that character to be balanced.
That's the only thing everyone wants, bro. That's what everyone wants. It's just nerf the motherfucking
keep dreaming,
for like
Izzy.
20 months now, bro. 20 months.
Keep dreaming. Keep hope alive.
Man. Yeah. Nah, I mean, it. Yeah, I think like kudos to them. They're still around. I know Mannix and them. They still play.
What was the name of our first?
Ashu.
Yep.
Dude. First Catalyst.
I remember
that. These guys have blessed.
You broke him.
Anyways, yeah, man, like that was the first ever like Catalyst member, technically, as far as like community members.
Yep.
Crazy times, bro. Crazy times. I don't know what I think my favorite time during the Magic Craft era was like I did a lot of montage. Hado would know. He edited all of them.
Yeah, those fun times. We had a lot of AI art that I wish we could redo because a lot of it was just.
I know it would be so much. Yo, imagine how much better it would be now, especially with the ones you did for like Farlight 84 when we did the montages.
Oh,
and you got like all experimental with like the characters and shit. Like, but yeah, man, I had a lot of fun with this type of contents because I used to I remember like games like that, Magic Craft, Farlight. Like I would just pick a character and create a montage based on the character. Like that to me was like fun, because it's a good way to highlight like different like characters or assets within a game, but in like a enjoyable way, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, like the advanced AI, we got like Kling 2.0. It looks really, really useful. I actually used it the other day, today, in fact, for promo for the boss battle episode coming out tomorrow. But yeah, it's been fun doing that nowadays. But like a lot of the stuff we've done in the past, like we could just do it again and it'd be even better, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like especially with AI for sure. Yeah,
remaster time.
But I also have new techniques that I do
like,
too.
We should do a remaster. Like, just go back to all those games and recreate like montages. That'll be
Farlight 84 is dead. There's no way we can do it.
Hey, no, we can get Miss Bones and like just run with her.
Yeah, she's been telling us to get back in there. Yo, how crazy is it? How crazy is it? If about a year, I would say like imagine us a year and a half ago finding out that Magic Craft would have a better scene than Shrapnel.
Man,
and then
that's
that being
tough.
and Magic Craft not doing very many updates in that time, and it's just like happening by default.
I
It's
think.
just
I mean, I think when you like, well, if anything, I would add to that, and it shows that there is power, and
And not
Kagi,
doing
man.
shit.
Listen, no, well, yeah, and not doing shit. Yes, you're right, but also like Kagi is one of those people that's probably like preaching this shit all the time on the timeline, and people are like kind of roasting for it. But there is power for like DeFi based community, right? Because like
Yep.
Magicraft, literally like 90% of their community was people that was just I want token and I want to earn token. You get me? Like that's literally what they care about. They didn't give a fuck about gameplay. They didn't give a fuck if the game was getting updates, if the characters were balanced, if they had a mini map for God's
Facts.
sake. Nothing. You get me? That game was barren when we got into it.
I
And-
gotta. Go. Sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
No, I was just gonna say, bro. Like, and they're still around, which is sad. Not for them, but it's sad for someone like Shrapnel when you compare them. Because if you look at Shrapnel, they had a better Shane, right? They have way more funding. Oh shit! Thanks, babe. Hold up. Let me click real quick. We'll cut this part out.
No, we're leaving that in.
Oh, wait for it.
But they have way more funding. They had a better Shane. Better Shane, bro. This guy, a better Shane, right? So way more support from a community incentives type of thing, right? Like as far as like people that want gameplay and all these things that we're looking for, right? AAA supposedly experience from a developer's perspective. And we haven't seen shit from Shrapnel, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, at least Magicraft, like, they had a playable game, that needed balancing, but fuck. Like, to be
I gotta
around
say,
nowadays after that, like, that's crazy.
I gotta say, we give Seth some heat here, here and there, right, with his takes or whatever. But one thing he said that spoke
gave
out
Seth
to me.
zero heat, bro.
Whatever.
Speak for yourself.
Let me build up the clip, man. You remember my clip farming moment. Listen.
I mean,
Listen.
Facts.
Look, I know we're offline, but I'm still in live stream mode. Okay. Listen, my thing is this really what ruined Shrapnel in my eyes, and I think a lot of gamers can agree with this. Maybe not Web3 gamers, but gamers per se. The $70 million investment that they bragged about, or was it $100 million? I can't remember. It was like 7 or 100 mil that they bragged about. Man. They bragged about how much they made in funding, and then released a shit on a plate, like a turd on a fucking plate, and said, "This is what we get." After we see that they get $70 to $100 million worth of investment. Where did that funding go? And by the way, $100 million was the budget of Destiny 1. And they made Destiny 2 because Destiny 1 had a lot of problems and it failed, right? You have a game like Magicraft, who probably doesn't have that kind of budget. I mean, they had the Lark something and the black guy that likes Bitcoin as like their supporters for the game initially. And that was like them showing off the game. Like you guys said, they haven't done really much. I mean, except make some skins, make a couple maps here and there, whatever. And they're still thriving and living. Meanwhile, I don't even know if Shrapnel is owned by the CCP now. That's where we are with Shrapnel. Right, you get this huge money investment. You waste it on Airbnbs and events and shit. No offense to those people, by the way, but that's what happened. And like I said, you look at the game side by side. We get a turd on a fucking plate versus a game that probably is like held together with duct tape, but it still works. It's like it's still afloat. You know what I mean?
That's like the best
really
way to put it. Yeah, kind of
to
like
me,
together. And this is no offense to Magicraft, by the way. Like, shout out to you guys.
No, I mean, like I said, but if they continue building and making the game better, but I always thought Magicraft was fun. You get me from the perspective of like just like gameplay side of things, but it needed balancing and it needed other elements to make the game loop more sticky. You get me? So, like to me, like if they fix all those things and they continue to grow and stay away from fucking the MCRT token or whatever the fuck their token was called, the magic token. You get me? And hopefully they got away from, I think they were on BNB when we were playing that shit. I don't even know if they're still on that chain. Hopefully they moved to like somewhere. I would like to see Magicraft join Ronin. I think that would actually be, bro, SRP. Listen, I love you and all that shit, but I haven't heard anything SRP from the gaming side. So
yeah, well, how much are you looking?
I mean, not at all, to tell you the truth.
There you go.
How much
they're making? I haven't looked at other people and they're making noise enough to still. They're still like get my attention. You get me?
They're still on BNB. They're still on BNB, but they're only at a 3 million market cap at this point.
They gotta get out of there, man. Yeah. They gotta get out of there. They gotta get out of that chain. They gotta get a new player base, in my opinion. But I think if they continue doing that, then I would like to see Minecraft continue growing. But Shrapnel, bro, is just a classic case of over promising and under delivering. You promise triple A shit. You didn't have the power to do triple A shit from a studio perspective.
You
like,
triple ain't shit. Sorry.
Well, I mean, it's just the facts, bro. This team's like you were mentioning Destiny was the same budget, right?
Yeah.
But a studio that work on Destiny is like 50 to 100 plus people. You get me? You can't do that shit with 20 people, but you just had a massive layoff rounds after that whole thing that happened with the CEO or whatever stealing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's wrong with these teams in this space in Web3 that promise triple A like experiences, and then they want to do that shit with 2 people. You get me? It's like, nah, bro. Like, come on.
I think that if more games had this, like, we're an indie development studio, I think people would be more forgiving. And if people would stop, or game studios that are in this space would stop leading with like how much money they've got invested into them. Because like then you're gonna be like, well, where's all that money going to? If I download your game and it's like I have a 3090 and I can't get 60 FPS consistently, where is that budget going to? Where's the money going to?
All I'm saying is like, I think this space in particular is so over involved with how much games are funding and shit. Like, I never remember talking about shit like that until I came here. I would never be like, oh my goodness, guys, like this new game that I'm gonna play funded $50 million. Like, I just be like, yo, that game looks fire. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, I need to try that. So it's just in general, like in this space, it always feels so weird. Like people just make it weird.
Yeah.
Like from a gamer's perspective, you know, obviously I know the business side of things, but
that's literally 90% of gamers. You know what I mean? They don't look at like, yo, this team had this budget or that budget or who the fuck was creating this game. They just look at the final product. You know what I mean? And if the final product is shit, that's what they're gonna say. If the final product is good, they don't give a fuck if it was an indie developer or a AAA studio. You get me? Like they're just gonna like it. Like I don't know, dude. Like even with indie developers, I feel like sometimes in Web3 people miss the mark. You get me? And it's just I don't know, like the focus is not there. You get me? So
yeah,
I don't know, man.
Yep.
But
just
you know,
wild.
It's been really interesting seeing like. I would say we're at the point now where there's enough games to technically play, right? Like you got Compete, you got not Pixels, Jesus. you got Raven Quest.
Well, Pixels is there if you don't want to play it.
You got Raven Quest and Cambria.
Oh yeah, how do you feel about Cambria, man? Like, there's so much people talking about Cambria.
I mean, I think Cambria is interesting because they use like an old RuneScape mechanic for how the wagering system's kind of going, which is why you're seeing all that hype.
RuneScape?
Yeah, they use like an old RuneScape economy mechanic. I forget which RuneScape it is. I have to look it up, but because as you guys know, I'm not like a RuneScape player. I just know of RuneScape. But there was this RuneScape like economy mechanic, I would say, like that went pretty big in the RuneScape industry, in like the RuneScape space for like a year or so, and they kind of got rid of it because it just got a little out of hand for them and balancing it with the rest of the game. So Cambria kind of like took that mechanic and then took a few other things that they felt were working, and they created almost like this wagering system around the game where you can be a whale and kind of incentivize players, but then like it's very much on wagering. Like I haven't played Cambria to be honest because I've been dealing with the kidney stones for most of this current hype, and I can't sit at the computer for more than like 30 minutes at a time right now. But I mean, it looks good. I know a lot of people from Raven Quest play both games. Some, you know, it's kind of like split down the middle. Like
I was gonna say they're very similar, right?
Yeah, some people like Raven Quest more, some people like Cambria more. I would say if you're more about like earning and being a little more of a degen, Cambria is definitely like your speed.
Yeah, and that's the worry that I have with that title, right? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to say my opinion on Cambria because I don't play it at all. I'm not. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of pixelated experiences. Raven Quest might be the exception for me, you know, because I actually have fun playing it. But for me to get into a pixelated experience takes a lot. And the only reason, like for example, Raven Quest was introduced to me through you, Missy, right? And we played together and all shit. That brought me into that fun. You get me? But like aside from that, like I do see a lot of people making the hype around Cambria because they do have that big airdrop basically that's gonna happen, right? Like it's I think it's up to $1 million now that goes back.
Yeah,
to
that comes. It all comes down to the wagering, like how the people spending money in the game to like climb is essentially being added to the pool. So
right. Yeah. And my question is, what happens after? Right, like that's my always
they always close it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like, and listen, this is fine. Like, I don't have anything against communities of gamers that enjoy this type of experiences, right? Like where you just get on to earn, you climb the leaderboard, you earn as much as possible, then it closes off into the next one. It's like the Dookie Dash, right? I don't have anything against that, but like, I don't know, man. Like, do we want the like? Because the space is already like doing well with those type of experiences, right? Like we already know those type of experiences exist. Ronan has proved that through Axie, through fucking Pixels, right? Through many other titles. What we need is like good gaming experiences, right? Like that's what, at least that's what everybody was bitching about all the way to the beginning of this year, right? So like that's always like my question when it comes to these titles and this type of experiences. Like all the gamers that were bitching about gameplay and all this other shit, right? Now turning to like the earning side of thing, basically the P2E, right, model. And I don't know, bro, like to me, it's like it's fine if you want to be that type of gamer, but then don't say anything about where you want the space to go as far as the other side. You get me? Because then you're just contradicting yourself all the time, bro.
Come on, man. You know, motherfuckers out here like love to flip flop, right? I'm
just saying, bro. Like, listen, like not to glaze this motherfucker, right? But like Kagi, at least that motherfucker just cares about earning, and it's obvious. You get me? He just wants to make money while playing games, and that's fine. He fucking stands by that. He like I've never seen him not defend a good economy model. You get me, in a game, or like shill it. You get me? But that's what he's interested in it, and he's helped that area of the space grow, in my opinion. You get me? But all these other people that are just like constantly like fucking flip flopping around, bro, it's corny to me, bro.
I mean, they're just trying to get their next paycheck, right? But at the same time, I see where you're coming from, and I totally agree. It's something we see all the time, and it kind of like, are you real or fake? You know what I mean? Are you really a gamer? Or are you LARPing as one? And gamers are very gatekeepy like that. So I agree with you. Like it is really courageous to see that. But on the flip side, since we added finances to this gaming thing, you kind of have to have like a happy medium of both, in my opinion. You got to have gameplay and earning, because if the gameplay is fun and you're not earning, well, I could just play a different game that I don't have to worry about the earning, and maybe the game's better, maybe it's not. And that's the argument that I'm making. It's like you got to have that happy medium of both. I mean, that's the whole reason why we have Web3 gaming is the thing.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. And that's why I've always said it should live in the back end of the good experience, because then you get both player base. You get me? You get both user base. Whoever is interested, like you and I and Missy and Damien, right? We are interested in earning. Now, we are not all over the timeline saying earning this and like play this game because of the league. You get me? Like, we're not doing that. We've always been concentrated in Catalyst and building culture within gaming experiences that we want to partner with, right? That's what our focus is as a brand, and what brought us together as a group, right? So, but I'm interested in good earning mechanics and good economic models in games, and I want that to be part of the gaming industry overall because it's beneficial to gamers. You get me? So, to me, like if a game offered that inside their experience, even if it's in the back end and it required me to get involved and find it out and like, you know, participate in it, I will do it because I have that interest. But at the same time, a gamer that just wants to fucking game to blow off steam or to be competitive or whatever the fuck it is, and they don't want to worry about or even touch earning through the game, you get me? They may want to earn through like prize pools and tournaments or whatever, you get me? They should have that experience as well, right? They should be able to have a good experience in the product and then discover that other side of the economy model and stuff later on if they wanted to. You get me? Like, I don't know, bro. That's just, it makes sense to me. It's not that hard. Like, obviously it's hard to implement and execute, but the concept of it shouldn't be so fucking clouded and like foggy as people make it to be in the space.
I mean, man, you have people out here that will start like shilling a review app if that's what it pays them, right? Fucking
those are direct shots, bro.
Fucking ethos and shit. Like,
yeah,
fuck, I look like, man. Oh man. Like,
that's another, in my opinion, another useless app that's probably not make a fart.
Let's not have working products, but hey, let's make sure we review everyone really well. Like, what? You know, so
I don't understand peer-to-peer review in Web3 when everybody's just constantly talking shit about each other's back.
Yeah, they're like all glazing each other on the app. And
right.
Then
we need a content cop for Web3 gaming.
Yeah, like they're all
somebody hit
glazing each other.
iDubbbz.
They're all glazing each other on the app, and then half of them don't like each other. It's cringe, man. But some people have been real with the reviews. Most people have just been glazing. But it's like when we live in a world where you can't even keep it a buck with the review app. Like of course, everyone's just gonna take whatever opportunity comes, and I think like in many ways, that's why we've always led our own path. Like, there are people like someone like Kagi where now it's popular to kind of be in Kagi's wheelhouse of being a fan of Ronin and being a fan of earning and shit. But like, it wasn't that way all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, around the time that we started Kagi, that was one of the most hated motherfucker in Web3 gaming.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I think we're kind of obviously not for similar reasons, but I think we're kind of similar to that, where we kind of have our own wave. We stay in our own lane, we do our own thing. We don't play into all that bullshit from the space, and I think we'll be better for it in the long run. Like, and that's no offense to Cambria or any of those games. Like, I haven't played Cambria just because I've been sick. I've been wanting to try it out. But for me,
yeah,
it's
but
like,
I know you played those type of games.
Yeah,
like,
and I can only play one pixelated game at a time, though. So it's like, for me, if I have to pick between like Raven Quest and Cambria, Cambria would have to be really fucking good gameplay wise, because I'm not.
Would you say that's community driven at this point? Because you've got them to be a part of the Raven Quest community. Like you've already like grown with them. You've had one-to-one conversations with the devs through your show and through private conversations, right? So you're like really involved in that community already. So like it's hard to make that switch, in my opinion, when that happens, right? Because it's like, well, very similar products. I have earning in both. You get me? Yeah. Why would I jump from like this community that I enjoy to go over there? You get me right now?
Exactly. Yeah, I would definitely say that the community has something to do, some part to do with it. Like the Raven Quest community is pretty dope. They're all very nice people. Like just the gamers themselves, not even the devs. Like I am cool with the devs, but the gamers, like, they've always been nice to me. But also, like, I would say as a North American gamer, for the most part, you're never, at least up to this point, except for like the only person I know that has like consistently been from North America and chased after earnings was like Inhuman, right? And that's because he like sweats that shit out. He has like a whole guild. As soon as he can find a way to earn it, he like scales it, right? Which is cool.
Yeah.
I don't give enough of a fuck to do all that shit, to be honest with you. I just like playing the game to play the game. And then if I earn, then sick. I would love to earn consistently playing the game, but I'm not going to turn it into a business model. I make more money elsewhere for me to do it there. So for me, I've never been someone that's been like, oh, but I can earn here, so let me play this shit, right? It's like, cool. I like this game, and if I can earn, that'd be even better, right? So with Cambria, if I can only earn, like, let's say a season, I might make like $50 a day. Like $50 a day isn't enough for me to switch from Raven Quest if the gameplay isn't that much better, So I would have to try it, and if the gameplay is genuinely just far and away better than Raven Quest, then cool. Like, then I'll play Cambria or, any game at that matter. But if it's like just as good as Raven Quest, and then it's like, oh my God, or even slightly worse than Raven Quest, and it's like, oh my God, I can earn $50 a day doing these 20 steps. Like, I'm good, man. I don't need another job. I work hard enough.
Would you say that, I mean, I already know the answer, but let's just ask it anyways. Would you say that the way that they're going about doing gaming with, like, you got to sign up with the wallet and do all this, like, logging in and, like, registering and shit, would you say gamers want to do that or not?
I mean,
anybody.
I mean, gamers are never going to want to do that, but then, like, at the same time, I grew up in an era where, like, Diablo 2, for example, that shit felt kind of confusing to get into at the time, like, Diablo 2, you couldn't even abandon your account for more than 90 days without losing your character. So they would like retain you that way because you'd have to log in every 90 days. Like, there's always been gimmicks, you know. So
yeah, and to me, like that specific product is not built for like traditional gamers. Yeah, I mean, it's built for Web3 gamers, the people that what I'm saying, because like the whole point is to participate in that leaderboard or wagering system or whatever to earn. You get me? So if you're not signing in with your wallet or learning how to do that step, like why? And that game is only going to be available until it's dispersed, and then it's going to be closed down. Like, why would you want to play that product in the first place? You get me? If you're not doing all of that. I don't know. In my opinion, like there's nothing, like I said in the beginning, there's nothing wrong with catering to that audience, right? As long as you know what your product is and like what it is. Like Dookie Dash has done that twice already. Like they had the second season, right? Like, and they did the same shit that they did in the first season. They had like $1 million prize pool and they had the player base there and whatever, and then it became a mobile game or some shit. I don't know, so like I think it's fine to do those type of models, but I don't know, man. Going back to the whole ethos thing that Missy was talking about, and then we can move on from this topic, I guess. To me, like the whole peer-to-peer review is not effective if you're not being real with each other. And that's the problem that we have in our space. Like Missy was saying, it's like people constantly glazing each other. You get me? It's not the true feelings of what they're really thinking about each other. You get me? And there's no growth in that, bro. Like everybody's just and then the same people that are glazing each other are on the timeline saying there's so many fake KOLs in this space. Well, what do you think is going to happen when you're giving them a 5-star review every single time, bro? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, like, I think there's power into being real with one another and just saying, bro, like, that wasn't your best work, or like, yo, like, you could do better, like, and just holding people accountable. I don't know, like, I don't think people should take that as like, yo, you're a fucking hater or like you're talking shit all the time. You get me? It's just someone being real, and that's like what we need more in the space right now. But yeah, man.
Yeah, like I was brutally honest when I played Raven Quest. I told Nider and the guys over there, I was like, yo, this is the best MMO I've played in Web3 up to this point. Surely because straight up because of the content and because there's a PvP scene. No MMOs in Web3 at that point had PvP scenes. I haven't participated in Cambria yet. But if it's not as sweaty as like the arena scene in Raven Quest, I know I'm not going to be interested. Because the Raven Quest arena scene is very inspired by WoW's arena scene, right? But I told him right then and there, your L with me will always be that you're pixelated and that you have the isometric point of view that you do, like the weird ISO POV that you have.
Yeah,
I understood why they did it. They explained it, but I was just like straight up like, if another game were to be as good as you guys without the pixelated ISO, I probably won't play Raven Quest as much. Like, I'll just keep it a buck. But right now, like, I'll play the shit out of this game because this is the best that there is, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think enough people are honest about shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, but bro, that's just preference, right? Like, it is what it is. Like,
yeah, it's nothing personal. There was
no shooters, right, in Web3 that were good at least. And what was I playing? I was playing Marvel Rivals, right? And I was enjoying it. But as soon as like Compete started doing more updates and I started like seeing more of a community being built there, right? I started playing Compete because that's what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for good shooters that have player base and that have people making shit around the game. You get me? Because that's what I'm interested in. And now I've literally been playing like 3 different shooters all the time. You get me? So I'm not playing Marvel. I haven't touched Marvel Rivals since season 0. You get me? And it's not that I hate the game or that I don't like it. It's just that I like shooters better. So I'm gonna look for shooters experiences. So,
yeah.
True that.
Yeah, if I could hop in real quick, this is exactly why I created Astronaut, because I heard from people, and like Astronaut was already been made. I just never had an official name for it or like a purpose. But the purpose really is to evaluate. Oops, sorry. The purpose is to evaluate the games in its entirety, right? And say, is this playable? Right? It's not so much to say, is this better than Skyrim? Or, it's nothing like that. It's just to say, does this game have a compelling game loop that I personally enjoy? Right? And I try to be as objective as possible. Now, some of the games that I've given passes to, it stayed in that state, right? So that's where we could be like, okay, let's do an update episode. How are they doing a year from now? Right? So like, I think that's what we're going to do. So somewhat, just to plug my show real quick, in season, or I don't even know if they call it season 3 or whatever, 2025 season, right? But we're also going to go into like more
revamp.
Yeah. Well, it's called Reloaded. That's the official name that I put on it. But basically, we're going to go into more in depth into like actual games. Like, I hate to say that, but like single player games and like games that are more developed, right? And then we're also going to go and revisit all of these games that I gave passes to in Web3 back in 24 or 23, whenever I did the reviews, and see if they still hold up. So that's the plan going forward.
You have a lot to redo then. you did a lot of. Didn't you do Metacore at one point in NS or not?
I never did Metalcore. Actually, you know what? It's funny you bring up Metalcore. I don't know how you did this, Klaus, but I actually finally opened the box that they sent me, and I got a Metalcore hat. I don't know if you could tell if this is a Metalcore hat at all. It looks just like a regular hat. And they also gave me a shirt. Where's that shirt? Here's the shirt right here. And it's got a Metalcore logo on it. So that's something, right? And I held on to this box since 2022. So I've barely opened it finally, but it's funny you mentioned that.
Damn, bro. You held that more than an NFT. That's crazy. All right. No, shout outs to Metacore, man. That's pretty cool of them. I mean, listen, I had never had anything against Metacore except that when I tried it, it wasn't optimized. It was, I hope they've done better with that because god damn, that shit was not optimized. My god. And listen, that's like, I will die on this motherfucking hill for anybody out there that listens to this episode that's a fucking developer. Optimize your shit, bro. Like, there's literally no fucking. Listen, will you all agree? And when I say all, I mean you guys, that Warzone or Call of Duty fucking Black Ops 6, right, requires a bigger CPU or fucking graphics card than, let's say, I don't know, a fucking beta in Web3, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Right. Like, can we all agree on that? Like, or maybe let's give you a better, I don't know. It would require the same as BR1, right? Or less than BR1, I mean.
Right,
Just to give an example, right?
Yeah.
So, shit, bro, if I'm playing Warzone or Black Ops 6 in my setup and I'm able to stream alongside play and not have any fucking lag issue or anything with optimization, why the fuck can I have the same for Off the Grid? Why can I have the same for fucking any Shrapnel when we tried it, that drop when we tried it, right? Why can I, like, bro, optimize your, even 9 heroes, bro, could use more optimization. Yeah, well, like,
yo, you might switch my VTuber back in.
Oh shit, I was raging so hard that I make this motherfucker drop.
Oh, I'm fucking dead. This guy's like optimize.
Yeah, bro, just optimize your shit, man. It's been the most annoying fucking side of this whole thing.
Get out of here, man.
Products are not optimized.
I was like, all right, man.
All right, I'm done with my rant. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I agree with you. Like, optimization. Actually, the last game we brought on Boss Battle, I asked them about optimization because, like, you know, for you Clouds, but yeah, but also like just to make sure that that's a focus of games, because a lot of times games are like, that's kind of an oversight where it's like Shrapnel is a great example. I know we're dogging on Shrapnel a lot, but like Shrapnel is a great example of a game that does not care about optimization, because in studio, the game runs really well. They've got 4090s or whatever. So like all their systems are like, you know, flawless, up to date. You know, that $100 million that they spent probably was on the machines that they had in-house. And then they ship out the game. And then my game, half of the world turns around. It's like Thanos snapped half of the world around, right? Like, I don't even know what the hell's going on half the time. So I think you're right. Like, a lot of these games don't pay attention to optimization. It's actually a question that I'm going to be asking a lot on Boss Battle, because I do want people to like understand that that's a big problem in this space. But a lot of these games in this space, you're right. I mean, look, they're in alpha state, but they're not really paying attention to the budget. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I know that like every time you add something in the game, you have to like make sure it doesn't go over budget. Otherwise the game falls apart, like Shrapnel. So yeah, I agree with you. And the one thing I want to say about Metalcore that we did do good, we added the category to kick. Like, I got that done myself. Yours truly. The kick guy came in, it was like, oh, this is not a category, let's add it. And I did this little speech or whatever. And that video was like, I don't know, like 10,000 views on X. But yeah, I mean, most of these games, they kind of, I don't know if they're like really asking the player base, like, is your game running well, right? Like a lot of they say, how was the game experience? Or like, what kind of tokenomics did you enjoy about it? Or like, which NFT did you scoop up? No one asks about, hey, does the game run well? That's like a basic question that everyone should ask.
It doesn't matter because they're not going to get truthful answers. You get me? Does your game run well? Yeah, man, it runs perfect. It's amazing.
I mean, if you look
fantastic.
If you look at the Discord, if you look at Discord for Shrapnel when it first launched, they were like, "Don't talk about how bad it's running," right? Because like people were complaining in general chat, and then they started the people in the Discord when
with Shrapnel. Oh
yeah, they slowed down like they did it in slow mode where you couldn't just spam messages, and then they also like kind of just didn't answer anybody, and they had this one answer that didn't work for anybody, right? So like clearly a lot of these games are not subject to QA testing, and I think that's the big thing, that's the elephant in the room. QA testing is how you get from a game that it runs like shit with a bunch of bugs, glitches, or whatever, to a game that actually works, that people will actually want to spend their money on.
Yeah, man. Listen, all of that is facts, but at the end of the day, it comes out to whether the studio actually gives a fuck or not. The people that are here, the developers that actually give a fuck and they want to build good products, are going to listen to the good feedback that they think is valuable. And the ones that don't are going to listen to it, but they're not going to implement shit, you know? So it's the world we live in. But yeah, man, I hope the good products keep coming to our space because I'm always down for that.
I feel like we're slowly getting there.
Yeah, man. I've been enjoying the people that have stuck around, at least. So.
I mean, the bar has never been lower. If you're building a game and it's not doing so on Web 2, try Web 3 out. It might work out for you.
But brother, even like there's some good idea. Like Skate Nation is a great idea, and that's a fun concept. You get me? And like, it's not that they're not building a community or anything, but it doesn't have a lot of buzz going on in the TL for absolutely no reason. You get me? Like, it should be a game that people should be playing. Like, do they need more updates? Yes, they need to get out of the demo stage. You get me? Something that sticks around for longer. But that's a great concept that the space doesn't have right now. A fucking skating game that can be similar to Tony Hawk or Skate. You get me? Like, that's a fucking dope experience for the space. And that's something that people should double down on from a community perspective, but also from a developing perspective, right? Like, shit, I'll be trying to, like, I don't know, make sure my game is getting as many updates and being released as fast as possible.
Well, you know, there's one of the articles that I read today that games that are like a service, like a Fortnite or whatever, that constantly update, those games have taken over the entire market. So a lot of the games that people are making nowadays, they're not really seeing much money come their way because you have games that have been out forever that just don't turn off their service, and you can keep buying the battle passes. You can keep buying all the cosmetics to come out. You can have all rivals set out as well because they have their own battle pass and cosmetics as well. So like a lot of the gaming studios are trying to like figure out what do we do, because like you have this problem where all these game prices are going to rise because the cost of the games have risen, and they can't compete with a free-to-play model like Fortnite when all Fortnite is doing is just releasing the latest skins and then releasing the next battle pass. So a lot of games are like running out of headway.
Yeah, people should learn from past experiences, brothers. I don't recommend anybody that doesn't have billions, and I'm not talking here in billions or even trillions at some point. You get me? Billions of dollars as a company, do not go for a free-to-play model. And that's proven facts. Like, look what happened to fucking Xafiant, right? Free-to-play model, AAA experience, right? Backed by Ubisoft, recognized. I'm not saying it's a good company, but it's a company that has you know, it has history.
It's a company.
It has history. It has history.
Ubisoft
At one
is
point,
CCP trash as well.
At one point, they had money. You get me? Now, not so much. But bro, if those people cannot make a successful free-to-play model, again, your 30-person team, it's not going to be successful, bro, at making a free-to-play model. Now, in Web3, I think there's other factors that helps a free-to-play model because of the economic side, right? Like the earning potential, people making some fucking random token that goes like viral. So you get what I'm saying? Like, there's other ways to support a free-to-play model in Web3 that doesn't assist in traditional models. But in the traditional gaming world, anybody that's making a free-to-play model right now is kind of cooked. if you don't have billions or trillions of dollars behind you. Marvel Rivals is fine because they're Marvel.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that's really hard to compete with games when those are the leaders and like that's the model that's winning. Because like every other model is like not really working.
You gotta know they are working. You're just not gonna be on top of the food chain like fucking Fortnite and Warzone and Marvel are, right? Like again, if you're not in the same level of money, right? Like whether you have some fucking tie to the government or you have crazy amount of money to back your shit up, you're not gonna be with those people ever. They can make a fucking game tomorrow that's worth $100, and guess what? People are gonna buy the fucking game. Doesn't fucking matter. You get me? Fortnite says, "Yo, fuck this free to play shit. You gotta buy our shit now." People are gonna complain about it, but the majority are gonna buy the fucking game. You get me? Like, it is what it is, bro. That's a monopoly, and that's what eventually all of us were against at one point, right? Like, that's what we got interested in this fucking space that we're in. Like, at least for me, like I thought that monopoly model for game studios is stupid because it doesn't allow like indie developers to thrive in any way. You get me? And like make the right decisions because they're constantly trying to compete with that model that you're talking about.
Yeah, and that rabbit hole goes deep, bro. Like Tencent, like
yeah,
how
I mean
much
that's again, like Tencent owns like what, like fucking 40% of Ubisoft at this point. Those motherfuckers own, you get me? Like
they own Epic, they own Riot, they
that's
own
what
Discord.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like they
That's
can
what I
own
was
whatever and then Call of Duty Activision is backed by who, right? Like, so I don't know, man.
They ruined WoW.
NetEase is also East.
They ruined everything.
Dude, the East is rising in the gaming market. East is dominant.
Now with all this tariff. All right. Anyways.
I don't give a fuck about no tariff. It's more the price. That's it.
125%, bro.
245% tomorrow. Xi Jinping would be on a plane. That's what Kevin O'Leary said.
Bro, I love how it went from we were having a great conversation over the phone to 125%. Oh man, we're fucking cooked. Anyways, all right, man. Kicking it back to our shit. So, you know what I was doing the other day, bro? That was actually kind of fun. I was actually cleaning out one of my like hard drives for like where I kept all my old content and stuff, and also going through my phone because you know how the iPhone has a shit where it gives you like memories or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
So one of those popped up the other day, right? And I was like, oh shit. And then I started just scrolling through my library and shit. And bro, one of the things I noticed is the amount of concepts that we've come up with Catalyst, right? Some of them have become like our staple shows and stuff like that we do on a weekly basis or bi-weekly or whenever, some of them have hit like the archive shelf, and like no longer exists. But bro, like it was kind of like funny to see all of that like as a timeline and like see the amount of content that we've done up to this point and the different amount of ideas that we've tried, and like I can definitely say with confidence that we've tested the waters in content. You get me? Like we definitely haven't been afraid to experiment with whatever the fuck we think is interesting. But I want to ask you guys.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, man. What?
I was gonna say I remember when we had like a sponsor with pre-rolls or not pre-rolls, but like the company.
What was that company?
Cushy?
With
Cushy.
Yeah. Shout out to Cushy, man.
Dude, if we had AI art like we do now, I bet we could have cooked with that even better. I'm just saying.
I just think we approached it the wrong way, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
I also think for me, you guys know how passionate I am for that side of things. So it comes down to like a product too. And like how good is that product, and I can never back certain things to a certain level if they're not in that quality that I'm looking for. You get what I'm saying?
So like if you were super baked, for instance, and it was like really like, oh shit, like oh my god, never in my life have been this high, then you could be like recording it right there. This is the greatest stuff ever, right? You didn't get to that state, right? So you could be like, I can't really do this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Delta 9, so you're not gonna get that. Yeah.
Exactly. And the thing is that I know, to me, it's more than just like, oh, this is some like fucking flower or some shit. I'm looking to get high. Like I go, like to me, it's health, bro. Like I'm not putting something in my body that I know how that process was. You get me? Like the process of getting to that chemical compound or that fucking process. You get me? It's the same thing when you do concentrates for a sample. there are concentrates that are horrible for you because of the extraction. You get me? That they use for that. So like I look at it from that perspective, because at the end of the day, that's something you're putting into your body, right? You don't go get a tattoo from a fucking dude that just finished tattooing a sweaty ass motherfucker and that's about to use the same needle on you. You get me?
Shit.
Nah, fuck that shit, right? So like it's the same shit, bro. Like it's a plan, but it can definitely affect you if it's not done correctly, or like you don't know what. It's the same shit if you were to get something from the street, right? Like you don't know where the fuck that shit came from. You don't know who the fuck, if that dude laced it with something, you get me, and now it's getting you all fucked up. Delta 9 is the same thing, and not to that extent, but I'm saying like you can go to a gas station right now and buy Delta 9. They're probably giving you some fucking oregano inside a fancy bag that says fucking, Delta 9 Kush, get high as fuck. Like, nah,
it
bro,
works.
Like, it doesn't.
Guess, yeah.
There are some great Delta 9 products, but or THCA, I would say, not even Delta 9, THCA, which is what you get, Hado. But THCA
I don't get
is
anything. I quit.
Yeah, okay. But anyways, good for you, man. You've been on a health grind. Actually, I'm not gonna take that away from you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you're making content out of it, so double kudos. Double kudos.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, your lifestyle vlogging. It's cool, man.
Yeah, man, I fucking fuck with it, man. You should actually do more, right? Like do your routine after. Go fucking.
The fuck you mean, Kobe Bryant?
Wait, what the fuck is this dude's name that does the? What's this dude's name that does the morning routine?
Morning routine. Oh, Ashton Hall.
Yeah, go Ashton Hall on them, bro. Do like what happens after the gym for Hado? You get me? So like meal prep or fucking just do a fucking water bowl into your face, whatever.
Stop playing with a fucking car, Hado.
I'm sorry.
This guy's like obsessed with this fucking car.
It makes noise when you. It did something just
bro,
now.
Do you want 5 minutes on the floor so you can play with your car real quick?
Yeah, I got you.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Take your time. There you go. Hey, make it right. Make it right on the. Make it right on the head.
In Tokyo. Okay. Man.
Is this your morning routine?
No, my morning routine is you Coco don't pee. That's my morning routine.
Out of 3 a.m.
Yeah, look at me.
4 a.m.
Dude, that'd be so funny if I put my face in this fucking
Oh,
dude, that's a great idea.
Like a shot by shot thing, like snake.
Yeah.
What is it? Oh shit.
Nah, bro, turn yourself into a fucking action figure and then put Toy Hado in the fucking car.
Have you guys seen
you can GPT this shit for sure.
Have you guys seen Face Adapt's recreation of the morning routine thing? It's the fucking stupidest shit ever, bro. The dude puts like 4:69 a.m. or some shit like that. Like his numbers don't make any sense and shit. Dude, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Dude opens the door to the bathroom. He gets a hot dog, fucking drenched it and ketchup. It's like 2 in the morning. Like I was like, my god, dude.
I've seen one where like they were subtracting time as they went forward. I was like, hold on.
Negative 3 a.m.
Like how you go back in time, go forward at the same time. What the fuck? What is this, Tenet?
Depends the weed, man. Depends the
weed. That sounds like a Tenet plot line, bro.
Yeah, man. Not. But to go back to what you were talking about, Clouds. Yeah, we've done a lot of shit, dude. We've tried a lot of concepts. We've done a lot of, content types. I mean, It's been a really cool crash course of someone that came into Catalyst not being a content creator. Like, because a lot of people don't know that about me. And like people when they meet me, they treat me like I'm some sort of like fucking content like guru or some shit. And I'm like, brother, I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time. I didn't even.
Oh, you know what you're doing, Duke. You good?
I didn't even know how to make content until we started at Catalyst. You know what I mean? Like I used to write when we started. I didn't even fucking make video content yet. But goddamn, did I learn? Like we've done so much content that I learned real quick. And it's been a cool experience. Learning on the fly and trying out so many different formats. And now I'm like gearing up to do more. I wouldn't say personal content in the sense of like, oh, I'm doing personal content, but like I finally feel like I'm finding a structure within like content that I can do for my own socials, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of it seems really easy because I've had like the experiences that we've done at Catalyst, and
Yeah.
And now I'm like trying to tie everything together with like the lore that I set up for Mizzy. So that'll be kind of a cool experience to like share with everyone as we're doing it. Because I want it to be something where your experience, every interaction that you have with Mizzy is technically like a lore moment. Once I finish releasing this thing, so it'll be cool.
Hell yeah, dude. I think like all the content that we've done, to add to your point, it's like one, it made us super comfortable with everything content related, right? Because we've done everything, bro. We've done skit, which is acting basically. We've done like shows, like talk shows like this podcast. We've done AMA formats for shows that are gamified. We've done formal AMAs from a content creator perspective, but also I think what has been unique about us is that not often do you get a brand where the owners and creators of the brand, right, like the CEO, the CFO, all those people are also the face of the brand from a content perspective, right? Like, they're the ones leading the content, they're the ones showing up every day to make this content, right? Like that doesn't happen often, at least from my experience in a company. Because another thing I would say that people don't fully get, I think, about Catalyst though, is that we're not just a content brand, right? Like we do product as well, which is we're working on that in the background, right? So like we've done AMAs, like to get back to my point, that are more formal from a creator perspective, like content creator, but also from like, I don't want to say developer, but like business side of thing, right? Like I'm creating product side of things. So like I think that's a pretty cool like experience to add to our shoulders from a content perspective too, because it just makes us more open and comfortable to try new things or collaborate with other people, right, on certain things, because we've done it all. Not all, I don't want to say we've done it all, I don't want to sound like conceited, but we've definitely dipped our toes and experiment with content, right? So like I don't know, to me that's been a huge benefit, because you guys know about this. I don't know if anyone out there knows about it, but I was never in front of the camera, right? So like I didn't start making content as a streamer or in front of the camera until I joined Web3, because I saw that lack of content there, right? So, but I've always been behind the camera or like the creative side, like from like writing ideas or like coming up with concepts and stuff like that, right? But I've never been comfortable enough to be in front of the camera or create content for myself. So, Catalyst has been a huge support for me on that side of thing, and it's pushed me out of my comfort zone, which I think is something that if you're out there trying to be a content creator or trying to get into content, you need to get comfortable with being outside of your comfort zone. You get me? You cannot live in your bubble of your comfort, because, bro, content doesn't work like that.
And
it's
it helps to have friends.
Oh yeah, dude, that makes things 100 times easier, right? Like I always think content is better and more fun when it's a collaborative piece rather than like an individual piece, you know?
Yeah. Like, I can't say that I would have been as consistent with content if it wasn't for our squad. Like just being honest. That's not like fake humility either. That's just pure honesty. Like there's times I don't want to hit the record button, but I do it because like I know there's other people that are relying on me to do it, right? Like you guys will be in the studio, or there's a content piece that we have to do, and I just gotta be like, yo, like just pull up, do it, and get it over with. And then I always end up having a good time anyways. It's just certain days you just wake up and you don't feel like recording content. But when you have that whole squad waiting for you, like you got to do it,
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I could chime in a little bit on the ads. So originally I did an ad for Splash Pro, negotiated a deal for that, bounced some ideas off of like you guys and stuff, because I had no idea what to do. Because like they're like, what is your market value, or not market value, but what are your prices? And I'm like,
what's your rates, motherfucker?
I don't know, you tell me. Right? But like, you can play a little bit of I don't know what's the game that I can relate it to.
Hardball.
Yeah, I could say hardball, but it feels like Among Us low key, because like you gotta like negotiate and talk and like I just try to relate it to like gamers, because like that's how I think. Right, exactly. That's why my mom said a lot. Fake it till you make it. Oh, finally listened. But anyways, like making ads for Catalyst was kind of weird at first, because like it wasn't like opposition of like doing it. It was more so like, what the fuck do I say, right? Because like I don't know if you guys have watched my streams. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people watching. But like I am not a brand friendly type of person, right? I swear a lot. I say nigga. I say all sorts of things, right? So like I'm not very brand friendly when it comes to that, right? But like I found a way to like kind of like mix in my humor and my announcer guy voice and like kind of make it so that it would be okay to like be sponsored, right? So I figured a way to like be a sponsorable person, but in general, I would not say I'm that at all. So like that was something that I've personally learned through Catalyst. And then like a lot of like the business side of what we've been doing, totally like it's like, you know, that little it was like Homer Simpson and he was trying to think and it was like just a monkey clapping the cymbals. That's me during all the business calls. That's I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm just gonna listen, right? And I'm able to listen and kind of like apply some certain things. There's some holes here and there, of course, pause. But a lot of the like gaps that I had when it comes to like the business side of things was filled from Catalyst. So that I'm very grateful for, and like I wouldn't have been able to like achieve at all without this business. So, but yeah, but the ads are a lot of fun now. Like, you know, want to be a pirate? A lot of fun.
Legendary. What about you, Damien? Like anything that standed out throughout the year for you?
Standing out. I will say, I guess like testing things out is something that we really do love to do, and like that's always fun because it's never like I'm sure like we're trying to like we have to get this done or we're fucked. It's always like we're gonna try it. If it sucks, we either try to fix it or we just move on. If it's dead, if it slaps, it slaps, and when it slaps, it's just fucking fire, and it's like just a good process to have. So grateful for that. Yeah, I don't do content on the front end. You know, do a lot of the back end stuff. That wise,
Pause.
but
They pause.
fuck, I was hoping I
That's
wouldn't be the
it.
one to get the pause moment this episode. Shit.
For real, man. He hadn't said pause the whole episode. You cannot fucking screw it up.
He hasn't been giggling either. That was like a little
Well,
odd.
I muted my mic. I don't want to ruin it. Maybe laughing in the background.
Yeah, he was dying in the beginning. Made me fuck up like 17 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's the beautiful thing about Catalyst is like, even though we try to strive to be like perfect, we know we're not, right? And it's like we don't try to like show that we're perfect, right? Like we try to put like a professional piece of I'm about to say equipment, a professional piece of content out or whatever. But like at the end of the day, like it's, you know, there's going to be some hiccups here and there, and that's what makes it beautiful. Is like that's what, in my opinion, right. It makes it more human, right? It makes it more relatable, and I think relatable content will always be king. So I think it's perfect.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would say out of all of us, I'm probably the most anal when it comes to like quality or some shit like that, you know, or like
yeah,
like
definitely.
But listen, I come with a good heart, all right. But I'm all about authenticity, right? And that's what I feel like our content is and what we are, right? Because, bro, when you look back, and I look back at like people that influenced me, right, in content creation, right, like the people that I used to watch throughout my like watching YouTube, right, and like literally every day would come and watch like new videos every week because they would release it, right? Like people like PewDiePie, people like the Face guys, right, like from like the New York House and stuff like that, people like the Uptick people, right, like all of these people, they didn't start with like fucking studio, you know, level of quality, bro. Like most of their content is just a bad quality camera or whatever the fuck they had available, you get me, because that's what they could afford. And the relation to the content, like relating to the content was just because it was authentic, you get me. And that's literally what it is. Like that's the connection that people look for when it comes to content creation, in my opinion. So I don't know. I'd rather us put out some shit that maybe people are like, bro, this was not it, you know. But we gave it our best, and we try and we stay authentic, than try to like be fake on camera just for the purpose of like getting views.
You know, like I will say, somebody gave me a compliment about Catalyst the other day. That I'm not gonna say that I hadn't thought it before, but it was nice to get it validated from somebody else, if that makes sense. And like, and then it was like something that a couple other people like jumped in and agreed with. And it's when we do shit, we look like we're having more fun than anybody else in the space. Like, you know, sometimes, yeah, sure, we know how to engage with farm and shit. We just don't do it, you know, like We have plenty of clips to prove. Like, okay, if I want to engage with farm, I can engage with farm. That's cool. But like that is, I wouldn't say is like the peak of fun at Catalyst. You know, like I'm usually having the most fun where we're just like not actually even giving a fuck about like what the outcome is, and we're just like doing things, right?
Yeah.
But I will say, like, consistently, we do, at least from what I've been told and from how I feel, like we do look like we're having more fun than anybody else, which is kind of what gaming is all about. So I'm always excited and happy about that side of things. Like I've never felt like it's not fun. Like, yeah, of course you have your moments where you're like, maybe you're going through a slump or you're trying to figure something out because you have sponsors, but it's more or less like the third party reason that I'm stressed out versus it being like an internal thing, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's been my favorite part. And then I will say, like, it's very rare to have, I would say, a family in Web3, right? Like a lot of people preach that shit, but then it's like you find out that they're all like using each other and shit. Like I would say, like Catalyst genuinely feels like just a fucking like a treehouse of like family, you know, where it's like I could fuck up everywhere else in Web3. I still have like I could still come back home to Catalyst if that makes sense. Like that's how it always feels.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're kind of seeing that with the baby OGs, right? Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, that's been kind of like not a big change, but like a big addition to the Catalyst, right? Like, I feel like that's one of the things that maybe I would have personally liked to have done a bit different in the beginning, right?
Yep.
Not in the people that we recruited or anything like that, but like the involvement, right? I think we were so focused. Again, this goes back to us being owners and founders of Catalyst, but also being the face of the brand from a content perspective, right? Like, I think we were so focused on like, yo, we got to find our groove. We got to find what works for the brand to like kick things off and like make sure we have like a stable content schedule type of thing, right? That we didn't put too much emphasis at the time to like get other people that were content creators within Catalyst to be more involved, right? So like now seeing that with the baby OGs happening way more often, being like almost like on a weekly basis, you get me? It's freaking refreshing, dude, and it's nice because we're getting that feedback live, like what you're saying, right? Like many of them are like, yo, it's been nice to find our home. You get me on the space and like find a place where we can like kind of learn and strive and like come up with be creative, basically, you know. So yeah, man, that's been probably like one of my favorite part of this year with Catalyst is adding that role within our Discord community and like allowing people to be more involved with what we got going on with the content, but not to take away what we did, yeah, because I don't regret anything the way we did it because I don't think we would have been able to implement that role the way we did now if we wouldn't have come up with like what was our groove, what are concepts that we enjoy doing, you get me, and all that type of stuff. So
true that.
Nah, I mean, I think we did everything the best that we could, you know, because it's like a lot of it was us, you know, being remote, trying to figure it out while getting to know each other.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just getting to know each other, dude.
People don't realize
that this was 4 random dudes in the internet coming together and making this community brand. Whatever, man. Gathering together and fucking making this brand. Fuck you guys for your pause shit. I'm like Aesop Rock, bro. My vocabulary is too large. All right. Now listen, no, but like you get me, that's really rare, bro, to have like 4 rand, and we're not even kids, and I think that makes things way worse in the sense of like, you get me, we're not like 16-year-old kids online playing all day fucking long, and we're like, yeah, bro, let's fucking group up and make a clan. We're 4 fucking grown ass fucking men, you get me, with life goals, like certain things that we want to accomplish, and randomly we gather together. We gathered together and made this brand that has lasted about to be 2 years, which I think is pretty fantastic.
I don't play 16 hours a day, but there's some days where I'm gaming all day. I don't know.
Brother, when you were in your teens, you're telling me you didn't put out like 24-hour gaming days or like 12-hour gaming days? When you were like No responsibility. All you had to do was school, come home, game type of shit.
I wish I could say yes, but my parents used to take away my gaming consoles, so I can't really say
you
yes.
were like on restrictions and shit.
Yeah, they're like my mother was like more like less restricted, but when I was at my dad's house, no way, dude. You know what they used to do? Like during the summer, this is so stupid. School is out for the summer. School's out for the summer, right? School's out for the summer, and here I am. I'm gonna play my PlayStation Portable. Nope. Give me the PlayStation Portable. You can only play it during the weekend. It's the
summer. Hey, but you had a good childhood, man.
Shit.
Well, I mean, I'm not complaining about my childhood. No. There's worse childhoods that I've seen. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's the summer. Maybe C's get degrees, man. C's get degrees.
No, listen,
maybe
man.
I didn't get a straight A student, but I wanted to play my PSP, bro.
Shout outs to my parent on that regard, because my parents, as long as I was doing good in school, they did not care if I was outside playing sports or playing video games. I mean, obviously playing video games wasn't their preferred thing to do, because being from where I'm from, we're used to being outside and playing all day long. But regardless, as long as I did my job in school, I could come home and go directly to my room and fucking turn on my Xbox and play literally till I had to go to school the next day. You get me? Like, and that to me was one of my favorite moments from my childhood, because literally, bro, I had more friends online than I did in real life. You get me? So to me, to be able to play like that, it was like my socializing time essentially. And that sounds sad as fuck, but fuck, dude, I don't give a fuck. It was fun.
Yep. Shout out my mom. She was like, "Get in the fucking. I need you to heal."
Yeah, your mom was like, "Yo, we got a job to do, motherfucker. Get in here, start fucking farming this fucking mine shit. We gotta go raid this motherfucker at 11 p.m. and you're not ready.
All hands on deck."
Yep. Yeah.
Your mom grounded you for fucking up your age and releasing your age. Or some shit,
Damien got to raid with my mom.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Shit's hardcore. It's crazy.
Yeah.
one day we gotta have a game night where we invite Mama Missy. Come show us up. Definitely not in WoW. I don't want to get fucking.
You know what I want? I should be like, "Yo, Missy, stop slapping dicks."
Yeah. She laughed, bro. My mom got a worse vocabulary than I do, to be honest. Like, she be saying all types of shit.
I'll have a full-blown like rage moment, and she'll never look at me the same.
Nah, she knows. Like, she looks at our own TikToks and shit, and I was talking to her about the squad.
It's like, yeah, and that guy raging, that's Clouds.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I mean, she my mom knows a lot about Catalyst. Like, I talk to her about it all the time. She thinks it's really fucking cool. Like, for her, it's like, she always knew that I should have probably done something in gaming just because how passionate I was about it growing up. So she's like cool. She's like really happy to see me have like the full circle kind of moment. Yeah.
No, that's dope, man. Yeah, man. My family's actually a fan of our shows and stuff. They're always watching and supporting. So it's really cool, man. I like, it's always nice to have that family support and involvement in something you're creating and stuff. My family, and I guess we can kind of transition into this and talk a little bit about this, but I wanted to ask you guys, what is like one of your biggest goals this year that you want to personally accomplish as a founder and owner of Catalyst? And I'll start with mine. One of the biggest thing I want to try to get back into this year, and I know the things that we're working on, and this will probably come after we're done working on those things, but I really want to work on some merch, man. I've been feeling like this itch for like creating something with merchandise and clothing and designing and all this shit. And I really want us to like release something, and we've have something in the background. You get me? We've tested the waters, I would say, right? But like, I feel like we could go even crazier and fucking do some
for sure
shit. And
that was just like quick shit.
Heat of the moment. Yeah, I know, but it came out dope. Listen, right? So I rock it literally almost every week. Yeah, I mean, I have it in my closet type of thing. But like, I would love to do that, man, because my family was one of those groups that got to see what we worked on, and they all lost their shit for it. Like, they still ask me to this day when is that shit coming out, so it's really cool, man. I really want to accomplish that for our brand. I really want to test the water with merch and like do something dope, because at least three of us, and I don't want to exclude you for this, but from my knowledge, at least three of us have like knowledge and experience with fashion and stuff like that.
I know you've always been interested, Hato, but I don't think you've ever done anything with merch or anything like that, right?
I mean, I'm putting in a tough spot here. I kind of want to.
Come on, man. Give me the alpha. Give me the alpha.
I have a shirt and hat idea for something I've been saying a lot on X. That's pretty much it. I say this in a lot of videos. I've posted a lot about it. It's related to market conditions. I'll just say it. Buy the dip, stupid. So like low key want to make something with that. Shirts, hats, something like that. Not sure where we're gonna go with that, but I really, really love the buy the dip stupid. So yeah, I might make something with that.
I think eventually it'll be cool to get our brand, like once we're doing merch and stuff, and just do like capsules with like members of our squad. You get me? Like do the Hato capsule, the JGB capsule, for example, right? Like shit like that. It'll be cool.
Yeah, another idea is the astronaut logo. I think it's beautiful. The astronaut.
Oh, the astronaut. The astronaut.
I think the logo is great. Everyone loves ass. There's so many things you could do with that. You could put it on, girl booty shorts. You could do some lingerie. Who knows?
It's just ass and ass at that point. It's not ass.
Yo,
it could just be shirts. You could have hats. I'm just saying.
Adam and Eve, if you want to be a sponsor of the show, man, hit us up. Apparently Hato's interested. So, just hit us up. Hit up our line. Some KY jelly, all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like things that I want to do for Catalyst or do with Catalyst or whatever, I lost the question, to be honest. But I really, really wanted
personally, what do you want to accomplish with Catalyst? That's
yeah. So like, I want to be like the live streaming freak, right? The guy that's always live, the guy that you can rely on to see that he's going to do something live, whether it's like, maybe he's going downtown somewhere, maybe he's going to another city to try some restaurant that he's always wanted to try. He being me, maybe going to the gym, maybe streaming from home, just making live content 24/7. And what I've been doing lately is I've been putting like promos on my stream. So like, Astronaut's coming up tomorrow. So like I had a promo that's been running for 2 days now. I have promos for Astronaut. Did I say Astronaut? Boss Battle. Sorry. Yeah. Boss Battle tomorrow. Astronaut on May 1st. That's when it comes back. I have that promo going on. So I have a lot of promos too. And I also want to do like more like in-house ad stuff. So I've been, I have a call with Sersky. Actually, we haven't scheduled that call yet. So I got a scheduled call with Sersky, but that's the kind of stuff that I want to get into more so on the Catalyst side.
Dig it, man. Sounds like you want to explore more of the lifestyle type of content.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah. I think that goes well with you. And I've always think you've always enjoyed streaming a lot. So
bro, I have the flip-flops with the Catalyst logo on it. I mean, I need to kick back somewhere on a beach.
I forgot we did that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Flip-flops?
The flip-flop.
The slaps, bro. The slaps.
The flip-flops.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Damon or Missy?
Yeah, Dame Dizzle, go for it.
Dame Dizzle. It's Dame time.
Dame time. Yes, sir. Dame time.
Let's see. What I want to achieve, I guess, staying consistent. Want to keep staying consistent. It's really hard to fall out of that. I mean, really easy to fall out of that, I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's something that I want to keep like.
I think that's the hardest one.
Top of.
Yeah.
It's a great goal. I think we should all strive for that, but it's hard, man. I'm not gonna lie. It goes back to what Missy was talking about, right? Like the whole, like, man, there's just some days that I don't want to fucking turn on the camera, And we're all guilty of it, man. Like, it is what it is. But like, it does help having that group to kind of push you, So
it does.
For every leg day, I have that where it's like, why am I here? Why are we doing this to ourselves?
That's what happens when you have chicken legs, man.
Is there anything else you wanted to add to that, Sir Dame Dizzle?
Nah. I mean, I forgot how much we've actually like leaked and stuff like that, but we got shit cooking. It's gonna be fucking disgusting.
Leak it all,
brother.
I mean,
leak it, man.
Leak it all, man. If anything, we can cut it out. That's the beauty of being recorded. Let's go.
Yeah, that's true. Now we got the merch, we got the platform, got the other shit. Yeah, right.
Oh, I got you.
It's
Bro, that sounds like a fucking train, bro. What is that? Thomas the train looking ass over there, bro.
That's AE86.
Yes, sir.
Had to be a
Initial D,
Toyota.
AE86.
I feel
Had
like
to be a
watching that
Toyota.
shit
They
now.
have the gayest horns. All right. Trust me, I have one. I know.
Killing my love.
No, but hey, man, go ahead, man. Continue cooking.
No, that's all really. Yeah, we got a lot of shit. So I'm excited once it comes out to just do what we've been doing, see how it goes.
Sorry.
Come on, man! No, I'm just kidding.
I don't want to. I actually don't want to touch too much on the platform we're building. I think there's another day for that. The platform, bro. All right, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. The fuck you. How about that, bro? The fuck you. This fucking guy, man. Fucking Puerto Rican and doesn't even know Spanish. Anyways, half Puerto Rican and doesn't even know Spanish.
Well, the other half is still.
the other half overtook the Puerto Rican side. So good.
Oh, man.
No, yeah, man, but yeah, I think there's another time for us to go more like into details with that. But yeah, man, I'm excited for everything we got cooking. I'm excited for the lore that we got cooking up. I think it's been a long time coming to kind of develop that side of the brand and give it more life and more structure and like a history. So I'm excited for that to come out. I know Sersky's been super fucking excited for that to come out.
Oh yeah,
everybody involved with that,
Yeah.
like everybody in the team is super hyped for that. And every time I see progression on it, it gets better and better. So
Yeah, man.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited. At this point, I don't even think we need to hire a designer or anything, bro. I fucking think we're cooking.
Yeah. I mean, that's been a fun process with Sersky and Cade, Zilla, even Damien a little bit, like finding the I feel like everybody's gotten involved in it in some capacity, like finding like what's the format going to be like, how is the story going to be told, which members get included at which times, like how are we going to roll everything out. I mean, I've been really happy about the process so far. Like Sersky is someone that's been like fucking killing it. Like Sersky, whenever he like zeroes in on something, it's just like obsessive. So
yeah. Yeah,
so
Ben's been obsessed with Slurpee for the past month.
Yeah, I know. So it's like it's really interesting working on someone with like that, because I'm the opposite in the sense that not that I can get very obsessed with a singular thing, I just rarely ever get to be, right? So it's really funny like having the ability to be in multiple places like I am. But then, like when you talk to Slurpee, it's just like either lore or Slurpee. Like that's it. That's it right now. Yeah. And that's cool. I'm personally excited. I'll just say like all-encompassing product. I'm excited for the tech products that we have. I'm excited for the physical products that we have. I would say that's more my personal like wheelhouse as far as like what I'm comfortable with doing. And I think that is. Our content is amazing, but I think that is like our edge in the sense that once we roll out product, people will realize that there's no one else that can do product the way that Catalyst can, No, just like there's no one else that can do the lifestyle kind of content that Catalyst can. Also, no one else is going to be able to do the product like Catalyst can. But then you actually put numbers to that, right? Because I'm a very performance kind of guy when it comes to products. Like, I'm a revenue type of dude, like this is how much money we make. I think that really starts to differentiate us from the rest of the space very quickly.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. And this is just the beginning. Like, we're just getting started. Like, we're about to hit 2 years, bro. The things that we like. And we're self-funded. Like, we haven't raised any money. We haven't looked for any outside help or of any type. It's literally been our team and the four of us here. And that's about it. And we've been cooking, bro. And I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to continue cooking. Like, I can't wait to see what we do in like 4 or 5 years as a company and as a brand and in content and all that type of stuff. Because content-wise, man, like, we have so much to still do and like explore, you get me? Like, we haven't even really got into the IRL content side of things yet, like
nope.
There's just like so much shit that we can still explore and do and use as a way to scale our brand as well. So and the physical products and the tech products, I think they're just gonna like catapult that to like a new height,
for sure.
So
yeah, because I feel like a lot of people in this space, they like And this is no shots to anyone, you know, like, and when I say like no one can do things like us, I mean truly, like, that doesn't mean I think that we're better than anyone. It's just we have our own sauce, and we like very well know who we are. But a lot of people in this space will make content for the sake of getting sponsorships or for the sake of like being relevant in Web3, right? Like, oh, how do I make economy-based content or token-based content so that way I can get sponsored? Like Catalyst, it has always been with the intention of our products. Like we built the funnel basically out that way. So it's like, yes, we do content for lifestyle and we do content for like the idea of having fun and having a great time. But we've only shown like half of what it's capable of doing because a lot of it is geared towards products. So that's why I'm really excited, because I feel like the vision of Catalyst will feel very complete once the products start to come out. And that's why it's taking up to 2 years, because we had to set up the right foundation so that we continue to be self-funded and we're not, you know, basically overspending before we need to, you know. But man, like over the next year, like I can't wait to do, you know, an episode like this like a year from now, you know, because like I think we'll have a lot of different things to talk about.
Well, the next episode like this will be episode 710 to celebrate oil and hash day. And, you know, we'll see how long that takes us.
Back in my day when we used to run.
This is how I know. This is how I know. Nah, bro, 700 episodes is nothing. We're already in episode 69, baby.
You know how long it took to get there?
Not that long.
It's been 2 years.
Not really. Not yet, motherfucker. It's been a year and 4 months. All right.
Crazy.
So
still,
we're so gushy. Hey, bro, there's you know how many podcasts I watched that they've been on for like 10 plus year and they're only on episode 100 and something. Like,
yeah, so 700.
We're chilling. We're chilling. Yeah, but we're moving at a faster rate.
I think my legs will fall off by then. I'll be in a wheelchair. I'll be like 60 or 70. Yeah, it's gonna be over for me.
Well, yeah, you're old, so you have to worry about that. So, you know.
Implants. you mean body mods, right? Like
go to the off the grid
people. Yeah,
go to off the grid people. Talk to them. Get some limbs attached to your body. Nah, man. I think we need to do this type of episodes more often. I don't think there's a lot of times where we get to kind of talk and catch up people with what we've been building and working on behind the scenes and stuff. So this is actually a pretty dope episode. I actually enjoyed this a lot. It was it's a fun time.
What are you looking forward to individually, Clouds, like outside of the brand?
Like for myself?
Just in general. Yeah, anything.
What like towards the space or just Catalyst? Or like in general, like
I mean it could be like something that like how you were looking forward to the products, right? Like you can't wait to scratch that itch. Like is there anything like with your personal content that you're like looking forward to? Anything from the space? Anything in general?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to have more time to create. Yeah. You know, I think that's always been my struggle. I'm in a very unique position, I would say, like, because I run other things other than Catalyst too. So like, timing is always like a big enemy to me. You know, like I wish I had more time to create because I love what we do here, and this is like probably been my biggest passion since I was like a kid. So. Like now that I'm in this comfort zone of like I know what I can do with content and I know my comfort zone as far as like what I'm good at, because that's the other thing with all the exploring we did. I think it allows us to know our weaknesses and strength a lot better. So I know like podcasts, gameplay videos, fucking funny moments, like versus like PvP moments. Those are like my strength. You get me? That's what I enjoy making and creating. And I think I do an okay job or a pretty good job at it, in my opinion. You know, at least I enjoy it, so I hope other people do too. But you know, I think that's what I'm striving for more for this year for myself. Is just giving myself more time to create, giving myself more time to do more stuff for Catalyst, and figuring that out in my life. Because I don't know, man, I put it on hold for too long, and I'm not getting any younger, so I kind of want to explore that side of things.
All right. How about you?
Yeah. What am I looking forward to in this space? What was the question again?
because the first question was like, what are you looking forward to from Catalyst, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, what are you looking forward to individually over the next year? Like, at any time really. Like, what are you just looking forward to individually?
Yeah, I mean, I already said this once before, but Astronaut starting May 1st. Looking forward to doing that again. I've really enjoyed doing that series. I look forward to making gaming news videos or whatever. Because I don't know, I have this announcer voice or like play-by-play in my head. I would love to get back into play-by-play commentary, esports, or something like that. I really, really miss it. I really miss doing it in the Smash community. So, if there's any actual Web3 gaming community that actually exists that needs a play-by-play or color commentary guy, hit me up. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to the most. But also, I gotta say, last thing I'll say, I'm looking forward to my summer bod because I'm fucking locked the fuck in. I got factor meals going, so I'm not over deficit. I'm in a deficit with calories. I'm making sure that my health is good. So I'm looking forward to the photo with me without a shirt on. That's what I'm looking
Hey,
forward
baby, you already know what they say. Health is wealth. So let's
Yes,
fucking
sir.
go. Keep
Yes,
going
sir.
on like mine. And also, because he forgot to say it, SRP to $10, baby. Let's fucking go.
I mean, if you don't know what XRP is by now, you're not gonna make it. And if you don't got XRP in your portfolio,
I just want that shit to pump to $10 so I can make a bank. All right, so like, just please do it.
you and me both.
Get it
brother.
there. Just get it there, man.
$10 is FUD, by the way. $10 is FUD, by the way.
Oh god.
I don't give a fuck. I'll be happy at $10. So just get it there.
I was happy over $1. I was like, finally.
XRP at $1, bro.
Bro, this man almost lost it, bro.
I bought a new car.
Nah, but to be honest, bro, you needed that, so I was happy for you.
Hell yeah, man.
Happy.
Yeah.
So,
I've never been happier for someone else's bags. I'm not gonna lie.
That is so true, bro. That is so true.
I was like, yeah. Wait,
Hey, if you think that's great,
it's not me. God damn it. Why?
If you think that's great, wait till this summer when the 11 ETFs go live.
That's how I felt, bro.
You're
That's
welcome,
how
America.
I felt. What Missy was saying is how I felt when ETH had that moment that it hit like I think it was like 1,400 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it was like 1,800. I don't even remember, but it was like some crazy shit, and I was like, bruh. Why didn't I buy it?
Oh shit! Oh, like when it pumped back in the day, you mean?
Yeah, like back in like I
Yeah,
think it was like 2021 or some shit like that. It
Yeah.
had like a big pump, and I was like, why? It lasted literally like 48 hours.
When it hit 4,000.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It was some shit like
Yeah,
it was some crazy shit like that, bro. It was like all new time highs and shit. I was like,
Yeah, it was 4,000. Yeah.
I was what the fuck is happening, dude?
How about you, Damien? What's something that you're personally looking forward to?
Oh shit! I think I misheard the question because that was actually personal. When
Oh yeah, the first question was all right. So then do the opposite. What do you look forward to from Catalyst?
From Catalyst. I don't
Oh,
know.
the staying consistent was your personal one?
Yeah, I misheard that. That was actually personal. I realized that.
Sangano.
Sangano.
Damn, I thought you were calling us out for not doing our jobs and shit. You know?
No,
Damn, it's like that, Damon. Okay, bro.
I mean, low key, thank you, Damien, for calling me out.
That shit was funny though.
You created a content monster. Hope you know that.
Oh, good. Let's get it. Nah, I mean, I don't even know, honestly, for Catalyst. I mean, just in that bitch every day. Pause.
I mean, that's not a pause. That's good.
Nah.
Yeah, if you pause them, that's kind of like sauce.
Pull out.
Like,
Yeah, it's kind of pause to pause, you know.
Yeah.
Pause. Oh my god, what are we
Pause when
doing?
we got paused.
What is the English language in 2025? That's a pause within a pause. It's pause square.
I don't really have a goal for Catalyst, honestly. Like, I feel like once we've like release our things and find the thing that we know, like this is like going on for a minute, kind of just double down on it and shit like that.
I got you. Plans within plans.
So you're excited for us figuring out where our edge is and scaling it.
Yep, you can say
Okay. All right.
There you go. There you go.
I speak Damianese.
That was like the Mike Tyson translator.
Gosh,
You get the thing, and the thing does the thing.
What
Nah,
about you?
bro, I had to speak Japanese on 420. She was fucking hot.
Oh,
Shit.
boy.
Oh, again? Like
She
last
was
time you had to speak
flying. Yeah.
Bro said again.
This girl was on a different planet because he's been around Jackie when she high.
Oh yeah, that's just funny. That's just fun. We literally got Super Sonnen down like a whole fucking family meal thing from Pizza Hut in like 5 minutes, dude.
Yeah, Clouds and Natalie came to the crib, and me, Jackie, Clouds, and Natalie, we just fucking got baked, and then boom, like we had to wait like an hour and a half for the fucking pizza,
Bro. Yeah, the
and we were
delivery
like
out there
freaking the
sucks.
fuck out. We were like freaking the fuck out because we're like, yo, I need this fucking pizza, and it was like not showing up, bro.
Where's the pizza?
And then by the time it arrives, I don't even think that shit hit the table.
Nah, bro, we fucking devour that shit.
But Jackie was
good.
Jackie was fucking baked that day. It was hilarious.
Too baked.
Personally, I mean, I'm looking forward to so now that I'm actually going on a content arc, I would say, because I've never done like personal content really. Like I do personal content, but it's never like formatted, right? It's never things that like where I actually try to put together like a cohesive piece of content that I'm consistently known for. Like I have open source, but I don't consider interviewing a founder content, if that makes sense. Like it's content, but it's not. It's like you're having a conversation, you know? Because I feel like and everyone in our space does that now. So it's kind of just like I'm not gonna lie, seeing everyone start doing it kind of threw it off, kind of ruined it for me. And I was just like, fuck, I'm not digging deep enough because other people can do this.
Listen,
So I
ain't got the sauce.
So I have a couple of more episodes of that, but what I'm most excited about is I think the next formats that I'm going to be introducing are much more exclusive to me being an anime character. So it's just like my thing, you know, it's like leaning into my strengths, which is being like a living IP, will be really cool because I think it'll be a different meta, at least for me personally, and kind of just like maybe hopefully it inspires other creators to kind of like dig into their bag and try different stuff, you know. So I'm really excited to be able to release those formats, have a little more of like the advantage of being an anime character play in my favor versus playing against me for once, because it's always like playing against me. Like I can't use my arms, I can't do this, I can't. So like, so I'm like looking forward to it, like actually being an advantage. So that'll be really cool, and then like finding ways to like interlink Catalyst within that will be cool too.
Thank you, Mizzy. You just reminded me of a content piece that I was gonna work on. Oh my god, I remember now.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome.
Here you go,
It's
man.
about the arms.
Always supporting each other. Always supporting each other, man. Love it. Love it. Yeah, we finally gonna, now that you're going on your content arc, are we gonna get the Frank Ocean stream? Yeah, I remember shit. How does it get all confused and shit? I remember shit. I'm the most stoned out of the whole fucking group, but I remember shit.
I actually think about that every day, bro. Like I genuinely think about my first stream like every day.
Hold on, let me give the history real quick. All right, very early on when we started Catalyst, all right, we were all pushing, or not pushing, but we were all recommending to Missy, and a lot of people in the timeline were recommending to Missy that he should stream more. And when we got into a team meeting one of the times, we were talking about it.
It was on TCE. It was on TCE.
It was on TCE. I don't remember if
it was like one of the first side episodes.
Yeah, when we were in what's the fucking website called? Radio FM or whatever it was called.
Riverside.fm.
Riverside.fm. There you go. Riverside.fm. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember. Yeah. This man said, "Yo, I'm only gonna stream if it's on some Frank Ocean shit." All right, and that shit. That shit has stuck with me ever since, because I'm picturing like a Kaizenat level of fucking stream, right? Like this needs to be like, if it's a Frank Ocean stream, it needs to be at that level, right? So like
Duke,
we need to Duke Dennis. Is that what you keep calling him, Duke?
Yeah.
Why? Because he got all the wrists.
Yeah,
Like
because
what?
all the girls like fangirling over Mizzy and shit.
Oh shit.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
This is a circle jerky kind of space. Ain't no girls there out here fangirling.
Fine.
The five
women
girls in Web3.
Women after 40. They have a little fan
This
club.
fucking guy.
Oh my god.
40 after 40.
Oh man,
Well.
nah. I do think about that. Literally about my first stream like every day. And that is something that I will be doubling down on. Like, I want my first stream to have a certain level of quality. I want to have like that Frank Ocean experience in that, because I think it's really cool how elusive he is, in the sense that he doesn't do a live show all the time. He's not always releasing new music, but he always like does some really cool shit for his community, and his community fucks with him for that. And then they're waiting for like another 18 months, like.
Yeah, motherfucker's been missing for the last 5 years, bro.
Exactly.
No one knows where the fuck he is.
But then he'll be like, I'm at Coachella, and like that shit goes crazy,
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh my god.
Yeah. So I can't wait. And that is essentially like what I will leak about the like what I'm gonna be trying. Well, what I'm gonna be doing is it will work in kind of a seasonal format, because it's like intertwined with the lore. So, and at a certain point of each season, there is supposed to be like a bigger stream. So,
ooh, there you go. For all you Missy fans out there, be on the lookout, man. You're finally gonna get your stream. You're finally gonna get to. I don't know. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. All right, man. I think we're gonna end it.
I'm finally gonna get swatted. No,
I have one final point. God damn it, this car is annoying. One final point. Thank you, Nico, for making me a Lakers fan.
This guy's still on that.
Still.
But it'll be funny if you get swatted, right? And when you get swatted, and the SWAT team comes into your camera view, all of them turn into an anime character. It's like they're entering the anime world, and you're like getting swatted in the anime world.
Welcome to my universe, bitch.
Yeah, vicious. You ain't got guns seeing here.
I have all
teddy
the
bears.
power here.
All right, man. We're gonna close it out there for this week. This has been a great episode, legendary episode 69. Like always, we'll see you guys on the next one. Shout out to Metacore for sending out some cool, I guess, merch. Bro, we did a logo. We did a logo content piece that's out there where we ranked the logos in Web3. I would say if we would have included Metacore, they would have gotten pretty fucking destroyed. If I'm gonna lie. That shit does not. What is that, bro? A lightning bolt? What? I'm trying to make what it is. Like, I don't even know what it is.
Lightning bolt.
Why? Why is there a lightning bolt for fucking Metacore? It's like
cool. Yeah.
Anyway. All right, guys. This will do it for this week's episode. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Metal whore.
Bro, what?
Peace.